When Alex first received his Capital One credit card, it felt like a rite of passage. At 22, he was fresh out of college, juggling a modest entry-level job and the reality of adult financial responsibility. The sleek card, embossed with his name, symbolized freedom and opportunity. He was excited, but also a little apprehensive. Credit cards were notorious for leading people into debt, and he had heard plenty of stories about friends who had spiraled into financial chaos. However, Alex was determined to use his card wisely, seeing it as a tool for building his credit score and managing his expenses. In the beginning, Alex took a cautious approach. He set a strict monthly budget, using the card only for essential purchases like groceries and gas. Each time he swiped the card, he felt a rush of empowerment, knowing that he was building his credit history. The Capital One app made it easy for him to track his spending and monitor his payments. He set reminders for due dates, ensuring he would never miss a payment. The rewards program also piqued his interest. For every dollar spent, he earned points that he could redeem for travel or cash back. It felt like a game, and Alex was determined to come out on top. However, as the months went by, the initial thrill began to wear off. The reality of managing credit became more complex. One evening, after a long week at work, Alex decided to treat himself to dinner with friends. He justified the expense, telling himself it was a well-deserved break. But as the night wore on, the fun turned into a temptation to spend more than he had planned. The dinner bill was higher than expected, and he found himself reaching for his Capital One card without a second thought. The thrill of earning rewards faded as he realized he had just crossed a line he had promised himself not to. The following month, when the statement arrived, Alex felt a knot tighten in his stomach. He had overspent, and the realization hit him hard. He had to make a choice: pay the minimum and risk accruing interest, or dig into his savings to pay off the balance in full. He chose the latter, but the experience left him shaken. It was a wake-up call, reminding him that credit was not free money. It came with responsibilities. He took a step back, reassessing his spending habits and the emotional triggers that led him to overspend. Determined to regain control, Alex dove into financial literacy. He read books, attended workshops, and even joined an online community focused on personal finance. He learned about the importance of budgeting, the impact of interest rates, and the nuances of credit scores. With each lesson, he felt more empowered. He began to apply what he learned, creating a detailed budget that accounted for all his expenses, including savings and entertainment. As months turned into years, Alex's relationship with his Capital One card transformed. He no longer viewed it as a crutch for impulse spending, but as a strategic tool in his financial arsenal. He began to use the card for larger purchases, like plane tickets for trips he had long dreamed of taking. With each responsible swipe, he watched his credit score climb, opening doors to better loan rates and financial opportunities. The challenges he faced taught him valuable lessons about discipline and foresight. He learned that personal growth often comes from navigating obstacles and making choices that align with long-term goals rather than short-term desires. His experience with the Capital One credit card became emblematic of his journey into adulthood, marked by a newfound confidence in managing his finances. By the time Alex turned 25, he had not only built a solid credit history, but also cultivated a mindset geared towards financial success. The once terrifying world of credit cards had transformed into an empowering landscape of possibilities. With each responsible decision, he felt a sense of pride, knowing he had turned a potential pitfall into a stepping stone toward a brighter financial future.